All right. This is, I think, officially take 8. I had a lot of takes in between, but we're here. So, welcome back, ladies, gentlemen, uh, gentle theys, thems, or aggressive theys and thems, because we don't discriminate about your level of kindness on this channel. Editor, insert ding noise. I'm the editor. I don't edit my videos. Let's get into it. So welcome back. Um, Today's video, I wanted to make just to test out some stuff, mainly. I really just wanted to make a video because now we are a lot higher budget production. We've got an actual camera. Yes, you are looking at me through a camcorder that I got for Christmas and have not put to good use since then. But yeah, we're on an actual camcorder, and there's a microphone. It doesn't work how I want it to. I got a text message. Apologies. It doesn't work how I want it to. You'll notice I'm snapping over there, but you should be hearing it up here, like up there. For me at least, the microphone I'm talking about is up on the top of it. There's ghosts in my house. Guys, I don't know what that was. I'm messing around. My cats are getting into something. I'm gonna have to deal with that in a little bit. But for right now, as I was saying, the microphone is on top of the camera. But you can hear it through this, I'm pretty sure. Talking about my laptop. Because for some reason, the microphone won't work if I have it connected to my laptop. I can see myself on my laptop. I've got it USB connected. So I can see everything I'm doing now over there. Just out of the corner of my eye, so I can make sure if there's like something messed up. I can just glance over, check what's good, check my face, make sure I don't have anything wrong. Make sure there's still a face there to see. Um, all that good stuff. But for some reason, when I have it USB connected to the camera, the only mic that works is from here. So, if anyone out there knows, if anyone out there is listening about how to fix this without hooking up a microphone to this, because I tried that as well, didn't work. It all ends up going here. If anyone knows how to fix that, maybe I'll just try recording it on this, uploading the video to the computer like that. Hopefully, see how it works then. But we're gonna roll with it for right now. Like I said, much higher production. I've got some lighting features going on. By that, I mean I took this flashlight and am pointing it at my face because it's got a little clip. This is actually a really cool flashlight. It's got a clip. You're supposed to put it on the bill of your hat. And it's mainly for like working on cars and stuff. I got it from my uncle. But it attaches really well to the light cover for this camcorder. Movie magic. I gotta shut my door, but I'm not going to. Because right now, I want to talk about something cool that I think is cool. Based on the views and stuff that the channel's getting, not a lot of people seem to think it's cool yet. But this past week, from the 11th of March to the 17th of March, was all spring break. Or, well, I guess not even the 17th, I guess the 15th, because then it's just the weekend. Either way, It was spring break here in Texas for my little brother and my little sister. Um, and my brother going to my dad's for spring break, and my little sister staying here for spring break meant that a little bit of leeway was, I don't know if I'm saying that right. I had a lot less to worry about while being here because I had adults watching over my baby sister while I got a lot of stuff cleaned. We all did. Um, but I was working a lot of the time, not working on the house a lot of the time instead of just laying around and doing nothing like I have been since I graduated. Um, but since I've been cleaning a lot, I finally got the chance to go through my closet and found a lot of cool old stuff in my box of random old papers and letters and cards and stuff. It's literally just a box where I throw everything semi important or memorable to me. That is like a paper, a book, or something like that. And some of the stuff I found was really cool because I had not seen it in a long time. And by a long time, I mean a couple months. But some stuff is older than that. And I mean, literally, the first thing I'm going to show you is like from sixth grade. But some context. You already know how I found it, but you don't know what it is that I found. And obviously, the last video I made was talking about my original Spider-Man design that surprisingly looks like Spectacular Spider-Man. Kind of. But we talked about that. But this stuff that I found is actually some of my original concepts and art designs for that um, design. For that, like, for that original concept. Um, so you're going to see a lot of old drawings that I had from back when I first started out high school once I transferred over to the one I graduated from. Um, and I just thought it was cool because I've grown a lot and I've learned a lot of what I want this to look like now. And so having the ability to look back on where it all started is such a cool concept to me. Or it's not a cool concept, it's a cool thing in general. It's a cool experience. I like being able to go back and look at my old stuff, see how much I've improved. And I think a lot of people do too. Um so yeah. I just had to throw that in there. That was kind of one of the staples that I had to do for this video. And I didn't do it because I forgot to mention how big of a Spider-Man fan I am. I wish I could turn this, and I can. Oh gosh, I'm afraid it's gonna fall off. Hi. Um, so obviously you saw that, and you saw my portion of the room. Um, that's pretty much what I got going on. But yeah, you saw the shelf of all my spider things. Um, so now you know how big of a nerd I am. Just before I get into this, which I'm gonna do right now. Welcome to the video. Here's where you want to start. 10 minutes in. We're already longer than I expected. That sounds weird. Anyways, this first design that I want to show you is from back in sixth grade. Would have been like, I want to say 7 years ago. Back when Spider-Man: Homecoming first came out, I saw it and was super interested, and I was super hype over the design that they had for the homemade suit that Peter Parker made, where it's just the red sweater, sweatpants, sweatshirt, gloves, very original, interesting, original, like homemade web shooters and stuff. The goggles, I was super interested with the goggles. It was a great suit design. I feel like a lot of people can agree with me. It's one of the better homemade suits that we've gotten for a Spider-Man. All the um all the other live action suits that we've seen are amazing, but I feel like that one would be a lot more accurate to life if someone had to create a Spider-Man homemade suit for their first time. Like I can see that being a first time suit. Um, so that gave me a lot of inspiration to create my own suit design. And apparently, looking back at this is the fourth Spider-Man suit I have ever designed for cosplay. Um, never never became anything, but I've got it. Excuse me. Um, so I want to apologize right before this. I don't know how to make this focus, and I don't know how to change the quality. I'm still new to this. Um, like I said, I haven't used this whole camera since Christmas, and I haven't done anything to like figure out how to change video settings or anything. So apologies. This is as good as you're really going to be able to see anything. But I did draw this out of pencil, so it is very old and worn out. You can see it's like becoming white at the top. It's turning Michael Jackson. But this is the original suit design. You can't tell very well, but I didn't color some of it in. And like I said, it's all pencil, so it's going to be hard to tell what anything is. Start off, obviously, the symbol. The symbol is quite literally just the homecoming symbol, but with these little slants in the legs. I don't know why I wanted to do that. At the time, it seemed cool, but now it just looks like they're supposed to be thicker, and I didn't completely finish the legs. Um, Interesting idea. For the time, I guess. Not much to go on about that. Um, I'm going to the web shooter prop. At the time, I wanted this to be more like a cosplay. Like I would just take stuff that I found, put it together, make it a cosplay, and then not turn it into anything. So I called this a prop. Um, Also, at the time, I was super into the idea of actually becoming Spider-Man, or not becoming Spider-Man, making his web shooters, but not out of um, not with like the web fluid and stuff. I mean, like how you see a lot of people make web shooters now with like ropes and strings and springs and magnets and stuff like that, but with the ability to actually like open a fridge. That is the one thing I judge a lot of web shooters on. Is the strength of the string, the strength of the spring, um, how strong the magnet is, and if it is able to open a fridge. Because most can't do that. And no hate to anyone who does web shooter creation. I love it. I have one. I bought one for $100. A bit pricey, but it's a cool thing to have. I colored over it and everything. It's a lot more stealthy than I made it now. It's a lot different. Um, but strength is the one thing that they haven't really been able to get down, and that is mainly just because of the string. If there's like a string that is actually as small as or as thin as a spaghetti noodle that is able to pick up like 10-pound like bags of sand or something random, like, then I'm putting all my money into that and getting it. Anywho, back to this. I called these props. These are literally just my own redesign based off of the very first prototypes from The Amazing Spider-Man 1 and some from the scrapped version of Tobey Maguire's web shooters that were going to be in the Sam Raimi movie, but that weren't. And the was also partially from Homecoming. Um, the mask and suit itself is nothing special. The only major thing I didn't want it to be like a classic Spider-Man suit where it's got the webbing everywhere. I love the classic Spider-Man suit, but this was supposed to just be like a first-time homemade thing. Um, so again, like very much Homecoming base styled. Um, so the mask is literally just Spider-Man mask, lenses and all, but no webbing. The suit, same shit. Um, red hoodie, where you see it's like darker. That's supposed to be because it's shaded in. That would be like blue or black or a different color. I don't know. Most likely blue because that's my thing. Um, weirdly enough, you can't tell, but on the arms there is that little strip. It pretty much follows the same comic accurate Spider-Man suit design. It has the red going down the arms, leading into the wristband and hands, which is kind of what I was wanting. But on this, you can't really tell. You can't see if it follows the arm under the pits to the back. You can't see that. And I don't know if at the time I didn't want that or if I just didn't draw that or anything. Because it is literally just front, like this entire front that you see is red. And it doesn't show like any side torso being shaded in as like blue or anything. So I don't know what's going on there. Um, but the pants are pretty much the same way. Um, they've got red stripe going down the sides. Inside is blue. Pretty much the rest is plain red boots. And on the back here is a full finished design. Again, horrible, but it was a random piece of paper that I found, and I didn't have any other people to draw on. Spider-Man. So there's that from about 7 years ago. That's not pertaining to this Spider-Man. I just found that and thought it would be interesting to share because I like sharing that kind of stuff. Now moving on to what I'm pretty sure is the very first time that we ever see my original design for Spider-Man. Anyway, um, This was just when I had transferred over and started working on something science related. I don't remember what class I was taking, but I was doing some electricity vocab when just randomly at the bottom I started to doodle. I was super into drawing spider webs because they were easy to make and they were one of the first things I actually was taught how to draw. Like I tried drawing a spider web for the first time, did not, or not for the first time. I've drawn some before. They weren't good. But I tried to draw a spider web once, and it was my uncle that kind of helped me like make it look a lot nicer. Um, and with that kind of sparked my imagination and my love for drawing and doodling and sketching and art in general. So I'm pretty sure I just started drawing spider webs in different forms of that, and obviously that had to lead to Spider-Man at some point because of how big of a fan I am, how big of a fanboy I am, and as easy as it became for me to draw Spider-Man, because that is the only thing that I'm good at drawing, relatively, I would say. But here it is, horrible quality and all. The very first time I'm pretty sure that I ever drew this Spider-Man design. And it only gets more refined from here, as the next page showcases angry Spider-Man, and on the side, some variations of growing Spider-Man who have spider sense going on. You can see how it goes from big to small to smaller to smaller to smaller. It was random. I don't know why I decided to do that, but it's there. So that's what you get. And from that, I wanted to take those designs and make them something more original, more clear, a lot bigger, a lot more defined, a lot more obvious about what it was. So from that came this little thing at the bottom here. This is the official, quote unquote, design of Spider-Man, of what I wanted that Spider-Man to look like. You can see a couple other variations, obviously. Spider sense, shocked, scared, angry, and confused. Also, the symbols. That symbol was kind of what I wanted his original suit to be, and then I have another symbol somewhere that is supposed to be like an upgraded version of it, but I'm pretty sure I lost the original page that I drew that on, so that's gone. But I have like where I drew it again, pretty much. So I have it copied down somewhere else in this book. But yeah, this was the first time we see it officially as what I wanted it to be. And that just kind of sparked the interest to draw it more. Once you draw something and get good at it, you like to keep practicing drawing that to get better at it. For me, at least, which sparked me to do this. This is an entire page dedicated to my doodling, just because I wanted to draw more. It was fun, and I wanted to get back into it. It had been a while since I actually started to draw, and it was also a good way for me to distract myself from school. But in this, you see a lot more clearly defined original concepts of what I wanted this Spider-Man to look like. You can see up here is what I wanted the original eyes to look like. Looking at them now, they look very similar to Anti-Venom Spider-Man design from Spider-Man 2, PS5. That's what I was thinking of. Looks pretty similar to that. It's a little different. It's a little different, but same basic shape and design. You got the three original alternate. Where are we? Three original. Whoa, what is going on? The original alternate designs for them, along with a new In Love design and a new Sleepy design. Also, a brief cameo from Web Hands. And also below that, you can kind of see where I started to experiment with the idea of a symbiote suit. The eyes here. Goddamn. It's like inverted controls. But yeah. Also, quick side note. This symbiote Spider-Man is one of the best I've ever drawn. And that's just funny to me because it's in a doodle page that I never thought would see the light of day, but is now. So, that's funny. Some random other doodle pages and stuff. I don't think any of these had anything else. But here is the other design for maybe a more robotic Spider-Man, like the suit that he creates himself when he's at Parker Industries, along with a possible variant of the symbiote suit. So here's the a lot of these designs are very, with like Spider-Man himself and the logos and stuff, they're all very angular and cuboidal, I guess. Cube-like, angular. They're all that way because it's easier for me to draw that way, and because I feel like it looks cooler. In my own opinion, I've seen a lot of that, and it brings out more of a comic vibe to me. I don't know why. It's always just seemed more comic-like to see like chicken scratch and like just ink thrown over it, so you can see still where the layer lines are. Something stuff like that to me is always, it's like some of my favorite art style, and I don't know why. Maybe just because it looks super homemade and it looks similar to something that I could do. I had more designs in here, either here or somewhere else in another page or something. Another journal, perhaps. Either way, that's one of them. All in this one journal. That's where that came from. Now around the same time is when I'm pretty sure I started this next page. So like in between different classes, like it wasn't just science that I was working on that design, even though it would make sense because Spider-Man's a science guy. Similar to Bill Nye. Not really. He's actually a lot smarter, hypothetically, metaphorically, and fictionally. But during this time, at the same time while I was drawing these, I was also drawing these, which are just more designs, more original times that I've drawn. Drawn this Spider-Man. There's like the first appearance of a work in progress light bulb moment for Spider-Man and a confused moment for Spider-Man. And on the back, the first appearance of when we see these sleeping, confused, little symbiote hidden at the bottom there. Just some interesting concepts, interesting ideas that I have come across. There are a few more in here. Let me go and find them for you guys, for you gals, for you NB pals. Okay, so when I said there were a few more, I meant one, and that is Angry Spider-Man. But you've seen him a few times, so that's all I really have for that little page. And I know for a fact that I have drawn that Spider-Man more. Actually, I'm pretty sure this would have been next. Now that I'm thinking about it, this would have been, yeah. Okay, so I had this a little mixed up. This next one I'm about to show you, I thought came last. It in fact did not, and actually came before the things that I'm going to show you. So that changes the game a little bit. So me starting to get more into drawing and art and sketching, I went to a certain store that I'm not going to talk about, because I don't like to give out names, locations, free promotion or anything. But I got this sketchbook from a store where typically their items are less than the number in between 1 and 10, which is very close to the name of the store. But in this, I've got a lot of different designs. A lot of them were stolen from Instagram just because I liked. On Instagram, I go to see. Pardon me. On Instagram, I see a lot of people's other original Spider-Man designs, along with some designs we've already seen. That's where I go to get a lot of my inspiration for my art. And in some of that comes a lot of people who do Spider-Man cosplay, and there's a few Spider-Man cosplayers symbols in here, which you will see. And I wish I knew their names. I could probably look it up. I'm not going to, not because I don't want to give them credit. So I'm giving them credit. I'm saying I straight up put the paper to the screen, sketched out what I saw, and now I'm showing it to you. Give them as much love as you can. They deserve it. Whoever they are. I'm sorry. But to start, actually, This is the first page I started drawing Spider-Man stuff on. Again, in pencil. You can't really tell, but if I turn it, you can kind of tell. This was my idea for a transformation from neutral symbiote, progressively getting more angular to become aggressive symbiote. What I mean by that is in the eyes and the fangs of the spider. You can see the first eye is very just plain, like you could see that being a Spider-Man eye. The second gets a bit more angle to the edge, and the third is a lot more angular. Same with the fangs of the spider. You can see it's already super angular. But over time, this being the first, this being the second, this being the third, it looks a lot more aggressive, scary, angry. Like a cactus almost. If you could say that. If you want to say that. And here's where I feel like it's about to rip. This one up here is my own. I did that because it's literally just Homecoming's. Again, Homecoming symbol changed up. It's got slightly longer legs at the top, longer legs at the bottom to come to a point down towards the bottom of the body. And these three are ripped straight from Instagram. So, if you can find them, link them down in the comments or something. Give them the love they deserve, because these are beautiful designs. I absolutely love them, which is why I copied them. I don't plan to use them for my own designs or anything. I mainly just did that because they looked cool and like as means of inspiration. But I haven't actually used them since. Haven't done anything with them since. Random Spider-Man design. Haven't finished that one. And here is random ass Spider-Man template. So I can use pencil and sketch out different possible designs for Spider-Man. Some more original designs up here. Some web design going on. A random spider web in the bottom right or left. Because Spider-Man's gotta have webs, man. That's about it for this. That is all I have drawn in this sketchbook that cost me less than $5, I want to say. So there's that. And that was one of them. Now this next one is also pretty special to me because these are taken from my first job, which was with my city, the city that I live in. Has a program called the Summer Job Youth Program, and these were some of the first times, or well, not really. These were all around the same time as the other ones, but these are on company property. Not like that. I kept these notepads from my time working at the city where I worked for about 2 months. They never asked for them back. I'd seen no reason why they would want them back, other than to rip out all the unused pages or the used pages and keep the unused pages for there to only be less pages and them to need to buy more notepads, which they can easily do because they're the city of where I live. Um, Either way, uh, just some more random designs going on over here. I don't think I did much sketching or designing while working, because that's a sign of obvious procrastination. I didn't want to really do that while I was working because I kind of needed this job um, to give me some experience to help me later on in life. Here's a couple more. The comeback of that symbol. Also playing around with some other variants of it. Random blue Spider-Man. Not much else going on. I did copy and draw symbols from Spider-Verse and my own Spider-Punk logo design. Other than that, nothing else really. So there's that. And this is my last one that I had to show off. I'm surprised this has taken just as long as the last one. Yeah. Another one for y'all. Some more original logo designs. I'm pretty sure down there. Original Spider-Man logos and design up here. And I'm pretty sure I didn't do as much as I did in that one as I did this one, because this one's pretty empty. Yeah, this one's like empty. So it's literally just these few designs up here. So there you have it. 45-ish minutes of me talking more about some Spider-Man designs that I've had over the years. So there you go. More content. It's gonna take another like day and a half for this one to go up. So be sure to leave a like and a comment, and make sure if you like this content, subscribe. But yeah, if you want to see more like this, please let me know. I enjoy making this kind of content, and I hope to amp up the quality. Please give me some suggestions of stuff you might want to see. I enjoy making videos for you guys, if you're out there, which I'm pretty much the only person who's watched my only videos. But we're here, and we're doing it. I don't know what else to say. I'm not good at this. Leave me some suggestions of how I should operate this better. Preferably something I can do easily, and not something that's going to cost me like millions. But anyways, thank you for watching. That's going to be it. And I'll see y'all in the next one.